Alright, I know a lot of y'all been asking me,
man, J. Lou, when you gonna show us the waves?
I got y'all, you know. Every time I do a video, I don't want to do something unless I can give y'all some factual proof, some evidence, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all already see the brush holder in the back. I'm probably gonna be doing a review on that pretty soon, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out to my boy G-Ro. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into the video. Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy J. Lou, and you guys are just in time for something new. Alright, now in this video, this is a video that a lot of people have been anticipating. When it comes to getting waves, it takes time, but at the end of the day, it all depends on you. The more you know about your hair, as well as what you need to do to get better waves, then the faster progress you will be able to get, you know what I'm saying? So, alright, so before I get into this video, one thing I want to say is you definitely will need a brush. So, I'm going to go through and show y'all some of the brushes that I've mainly been using, as well as you need products. A lot of people tend to say,
oh man, it's only about brushing your hair, brushing your hair, brushing your hair.
But your boy J. Lou, I'm one of the few people that's actually been promoting hair health, especially on YouTube. So with that being said, when it comes to products, I'm going to go through and show you the product you should use. And at the same time, I'm going to also give you guys some tips and pointers and things like that. So with that being said, let me show y'all what the waves are looking like. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of people have been wondering,
when are you going to show us your waves, J. Lou?
Well, I'm about to show you guys right now. But before I do that, one thing I want to tell y'all, a lot of people asking me about my do-rags and stocking caps. Now me, I normally wear the monsoon stocking caps. Most of these bad boys are not sold. Most of the styles that I have on my head that I be rocking are not sold anymore. But I will definitely try to see if I can find a link to be able to put that down in my description, because I know a lot of people be looking for them. And when it comes to do-rags, because I'm a low porosity waver, I don't really trip too much about the type of do-rag that I wear. I don't care if it's a silky, I don't care if it's polyester. All I use a do-rag for mainly is for style, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this do-rag that I'm rocking, this is a SMW do-rag. I will be having a review coming soon for the SMW do-rags. So y'all make sure y'all keep your eyes peeled for that. And at the same time, if you have not checked out my review for the Red by Kiss do-rags, I'm gonna make sure I link it right above here. All you got to do is click on that when it comes up. So with that being said, let me show y'all what the waves looking like. You know what I'm saying? Now I know a lot of people was like,
man, what pattern are you going with?
First thing I want to let y'all know, my pattern is a hybrid. I will go into more details once I unrag. So let's get it. So like I told y'all, this video, I don't clickbait, you know what I'm saying? This is really 13 weeks from the scalp, the progress that I've made so far. As you can see, this side right here is dang near flawless. Damn! Now I know a lot of people gonna be like,
man, come on, J. Lou, cut it out, bro. Tell us the truth.
Man, y'all already know I don't have a reason to lie front or fake, you know what I'm saying? But let me show y'all what the left side looking like, because when people see this side, they be like, man, you got 720s. But then I hit them with this angle right here, and they be like, yo, look like you got 360s on this side. What kind of pattern is that? And as you can see, this side isn't as flawless as my other side, but at the same time, the progress is major. Only 13 weeks. That's basically 3 months and 1 week. Unlike other people, I don't be brushing for crazy hours. I've never told you guys to brush longer than an hour. You know what I'm saying? I only brush for 15 minutes to 30 minutes, and the main reason why is because I focus on hair health.
And you know this, man.
I'll get into more details about that later, but let me show y'all what the top flow looking like as well as the back. So when it comes to my left side, you can clearly see my left side looks like 360s from this angle right here. You know what I'm saying? When I post this up, people will be like 360 waves. But then when I go to the back, you see the transition starts to happen, you know what I'm saying? And it starts to basically go into a swirl. And then when you come to this side, you clearly see that this looks more like 720s. But one thing I want to break down to you guys is, previously when I had my 720 pattern, they were verticals. But as you can see, my waves are starting to swirl back up, and they're swooping back into the top portion of my hair right now. Now, when you look at the top portion of my waves, I wanted my top to look more so like 540s. And with this pattern, I'm trying to be able to capture all three angle differences within all the patterns, so I can break it down to you guys furthermore. You know what I'm saying? So let me just show y'all how it look without me talking. Alright, now when it comes to getting waves for beginners, one thing I want to say is you do not have to buy these brushes that I'm telling you, but at the same time, quality does matter. When I first started off, before I got on YouTube, I used to only use a Wave Enforcer 585. That's the military palm brush, you know what I'm saying? You can find that bad boy at Walmart. I was able to get good looking waves and everything like that. But one of the main brushes that I've been using is the Royalty 709. This bad boy is a premium medium brush. I already did a review on it. I'll probably link it right above here so you guys can check it out and everything like that. Now, when it comes to my next brush, I ended up copping the Torino Pro 606. Now, this bad boy is a medium, and I will be doing a review on this and going into a little bit more greater detail. But when it comes to getting waves, every single waver, I always recommend that you start off with a medium brush at least, or a medium premium. And the reason why I say premium, what I'm really referring to is the amount of board bristle versus any other type of bristle within this brush. This has way more 100% board bristle within this bad boy, so therefore it feels like a medium, but it gives your hair crazy shine because board bristle mimics our hair the most. Now, moving on down the spectrum, I like to call this duo the Deadpool series. You know what I'm saying? The main reason why is because I've been using the Royalty 704, which is this red one right here, as well as the Black Panther. Now, this is the Royalty 801. I did reviews on both of these brushes. They still may be available on brushking.org, but I love this combo right here, mainly because this is a medium soft brush and then this is a soft brush. So with that being said, those are the brushes that I've been using. I'm gonna get into a brush session a little bit later, but let me explain the products that I've been using if you are a beginner and you want to know what you need to use in order to get fast progress. Now, a lot of people tend to ask me what are my favorite products to use. When it comes to products that I recommend for beginners, I don't recommend that any beginner uses any kind of pomade. The main reason why is because it won't lay your hair down and it won't train your hair. It'll give you a false impression that you were training your hair, but at the same time, you're really not. And what will tend to happen is if you don't know how to use it right, it'll coat your hair. And that is something that I'll get into a little bit later in regards to some of the issues that a lot of beginners tend to face when they have over curling or their hair won't lay down. But I'm not gonna give y'all those gems right now, so y'all gotta make sure y'all subscribe if you haven't already. But the main products I always recommend to anybody, whether they're a beginner or an advanced person, are oils. Now, this oil bottle right here, this is the Legion sauce. Now, for me, I believe this is the summer sauce or the spring sauce. I can't remember exactly which one, but this is the jojoba-based oil. And I'll make sure I leave the link in my description of where you can find all of these products that I mentioned, you know what I'm saying? But I mainly use oils, and because I'm a low porosity waver, I try to use oils that have a very small molecular size so that they can easily penetrate my hair shaft and properly moisturize and seal my hair. Now, the second oil that I recommend is, I'm gonna make a separate video about this bad boy, but it is this castor oil right here. I'll make sure I leave a link down in the description below where you can find this bad boy. But this castor oil is a hidden gem when it comes to hair health, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into the details right now, but this one is more so a sealant and the Legion sauce is more so moisturizing, you know. Now, a lot of people tend to ask me, J. Lou, when do you apply products and how often do you apply them? Because I'm a low porosity waver, I don't have to apply products every single day as long as I properly put in moisture and seal it in. So what that basically means is while I'm taking my shower and I'm shampooing my hair, y'all already know I made a video on how to shampoo your hair. I basically use the Shea Moisture's Manuka Honey shampoo as well as the conditioner whenever I wash my hair. The main reason why is the shampoo will strip your hair and the conditioner will help give your hair that definition. Now, one of my favorite videos that I made thus far is the brush till dry method. Whenever it comes to washing my hair, I'll make sure I link that right above here. That is the best way to wash your hair and bounce your waves back. A lot of people tend to depend on the washing style, but these days it's been overused and it's been used in the wrong way. A lot of people use the washing style as a crutch, and therefore whenever they can't lay their hair down, they just go to the washing style and they never understand why their hair won't lay down and it becomes a crutch to them. But with the brush till dry method, one thing I do want to elaborate on is your hair will be able to absorb in the moisture from your shower. You know what I'm saying? When you start conditioning your hair, the conditioner has some kind of properties where it will lock in that moisture into your hair. Now, once you get out the shower, you want to go directly into applying like the Legion sauce or even the castor oil, because those are the oils that will help seal that moisture in. Now, from there, you can choose to use a butter, but personally, I don't do that, and I'll explain a little bit later. But with that being said, let me continue. So when it comes to the other products that I be using, you always got to have a do-rag. I always put a do-rag on every single night. Now, one of the biggest things that people don't like about do-rags is the fact that either they put them on their head and they get a line, or they get a headache or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But for me, and I created a style of rocking my do-rags the way that I do. Nobody rocks their do-rag the way that I do. If they rock it that way, most likely they start wearing it because of me, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand why I rock my do-rags that way, but I will have a separate video to be able to explain that in the future, you know what I'm saying? But every single night, you at least want to rag up. You don't have to put your do-rag on tight. And what I always recommend doing is, if you don't want to tie your do-rag, basically put your do-rag on your head just like this. Get your favorite stocking cap. It does not have to be a monsoon cap. It does not have to be a boo-boo cap. Just get a stocking cap that you will be able to put on your head and compress your hair. Now for me, because I only rag up at night to sleep and everything like that, to prevent my pillow from disturbing my pattern and all of that stuff like that, you don't have to tie your do-rag strings. You can go to sleep just like this. And I'm not going to tell you that this saves your progress. This basically just helps your waves from getting messed up. You know what I'm saying? It's not about saving progress, because honestly, I've made more progress by not wearing do-rags so much. But I'm going to have a future collab video to explain that as well. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are watching this video like,
man, this dude got a whole bunch of stuff.
I told you guys, I got so many ideas to bring to the wave game that's going to help take y'all waves to the next level. But this is just for the beginners. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let me give y'all some tips and pointers when it comes to brushing your hair and brushing your waves to be able to make the fastest progress as possible. Alright, so when it comes to brushing your pattern, what you want to do is study how your hair grows. If you recently scalped, there's a video I made about what should you know before scalping. That video right there goes through the scientific levels of how you should study how your hair grows to be able to maximize which pattern you want to go for. Because I know how my hair grows, I know which directions and which angles I need to brush to be able to help my hair curl up faster. If you are brushing your hair in a way that it does not naturally grow, it will take you a longer time to be able to get your waves to line up the way that you want to. And even when it comes to haircuts, you will have to be very, very sensitive with your haircuts. Now with this pattern, the main reason why I was able to get way more progress is because all of the angles that I brush my hair are all in the direction that my hair naturally grows in, or that it wants to go in, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let me break it down a little bit more. So when it comes to my left side, most of my hair tends to grow this way, and then when it gets to my edges, it grows down like that, you know what I'm saying? So when I previously had 720s, I was brushing forward like this and kind of up at an angle. This side always became my left side because my hair does not naturally grow in that direction, you know what I'm saying? But because I've been brushing down in the way that my hair naturally grows, I've been able to see that my waves line up way faster this time through. Now, when it comes to brushing this side for 360s, what I told y'all before is you want to locate where your crown is. For me, my crown is not centered. It's a little bit to the right, you know, so for this side right here, I recognize that I have to basically isolate this side from the rest of my pattern in order to get the 360 pattern. You don't have to brush like me. My pattern is going to be one of the most difficult and complex patterns. It's going to be so unique in the wave game. Most people won't be able to pull it off, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I chose this pattern to be able to break down every single wave pattern in the game. So let me go back into explaining 360s. So when it comes to 360s, what you want to do is try to start as close as possible to your crown and basically brush behind your ear just like this. Now for me, because I'm brushing that way, my connections are going to come in just like that. When it comes to my next angle, if you want to maintain your 360s, you basically just want to follow like the beehive pattern. So with that being said, the next thing I'm going to do is instead of brushing behind my ear, I'm going to start brushing right here and go straight towards my temple area right here. Alright, now when it comes to 360s, a lot of people struggle with connecting their 360s from the side to the top. And the main reason why is because they tend to brush their top at the wrong angle. When it comes to brushing your top, a lot of people brush their entire top straight to the front. What you need to do is you want to follow the contour of your head. That basically means you want to follow the head shape when it comes to your angles. What I mean by that is when I'm trying to connect this portion right here, I'm not going to brush this to the front like that. What I'm basically doing is I'm following this angle right here and I'm brushing it down kind of like at an angle like this. So if I was looking at the top, a traditional 360s would be brushed forward like that, but most people brush the whole entire top forward. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to start off in the center of your crown, brush it straight, but then as you go to a different angle, you brush that at a different angle. So for me, I'm brushing my side right here to be able to connect it to my top just like this. Now that's all you need to know when it comes to brushing 360s. But when it comes to getting a swirl, one thing I want to point out now is that now since most people already have long handle brushes, I'm gonna just show y'all how I would brush with a long handle brush. So you take the corner of your brush and you basically just tap around your crown just like this. And as you guys can see, by lightly tapping around my crown, it definitely seals and closes it up a lot more. Now, I have a more thorough video in regards to the Royalty 902. That is the medium pointed palm brush. If you want to learn more about crown isolation, make sure you check out that video. All you got to do is go to YouTube and hit the search bar and type in Royalty 902 and it'll take you directly to that video. Now, when it comes to swirls, swirls are not easy. But when it comes to getting waves for beginners, you have to decide what kind of pattern you want. Now, if you are a beginner, you never had a swirl, it's not going to be easy unless you watch my videos, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely have helped so many people be able to understand their swirls better and get better swirls. Even some of the OGs in the wave game. When it comes to getting waves for you, what you need to understand is how your hair grows as well as the best way to brush. Let me go through and show you how I was able to get my right side almost flawless. It looks flawless to me. But at the end of the day, within 13 weeks, I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? Because if you was able to get almost looking flawless waves in 13 weeks, I'm pretty sure you would be happy. So let me show y'all what I've been doing. Alright, so when it comes to my right side, one thing that you will see, when I say my right side, I'm basically saying from this part on down. Now, this part on up, I consider that my top. But that part on down, my connections are dang near flawless. The only fork that I probably have is this little thing right here. But when in the real world, people don't be tripping off of that, you know what I'm saying? So now when it comes to brushing this side, this side never looked as good. And the main reason why is because I was brushing my temple area straight to the back like that. But because my hair naturally wants to grow down in this direction right here and then follow this all the way to the back, what I realized when I scalped was that if I brush my hair just like this, it complements the way that my hair naturally wants to grow. So therefore my connections will come in a lot faster. But at the same time, I want to maintain that swoop, whoopity scoop, whoop, whoop, and that swirl effect. So when I start brushing to the back, what I'm going to do is follow the contour shape of my head. Now, from this portion on back, my head shape is very different in the sense that when I'm brushing right here, I can just brush straight down. But when I get right here, I can feel that there's a contour, basically a curvature on my scalp. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to start doing is changing my angle. And what I've basically been doing is I try to break it out in different sections. So I'll start at the top and I'll just brush all of this straight down like that. And when I want to brush the top, what I do is I basically do a tap tap in this area right here. Now, when it comes to moving towards the back, what I'm going to do is basically just tap in my crown area. But the further I get down to the bottom, I'm basically just going for just those longer brush strokes. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the back, the main thing I'm going to be doing is I'm just trying to maintain that same flow and brush it straight into the side just like this. Because I want my waves to go down and then swoop, poop, poop. That's how I need to brush my hair. So I'm going to brush down this way. But the closer I get down to the bottom, I'm going to start swooping it a lot more. But I want to give a big salute to Wavy Longwave because when I first came into the pages, he always showed love. And one of the things he would always say is,
you want to brush your waves in the direction that you want your waves to go in.
A lot of people don't understand that about their angles and they depend on people drawing angles and everything for them. The main reason why I don't draw diagrams for people is because of that fact right there. If I draw a diagram for you, it's me showing you how I want your waves to go. But if you know how you want your waves to grow, that is the direction that you want to brush your hair in, especially if it complements your natural hair growth. If it doesn't complement your natural hair growth, you will need to understand that that will become your weak side and you will have to put in more work and keep your hair thicker. Now, a lot of people, especially black people, we tend to have cowlicks in different parts of our hair. I'm not going to go into those details, but I will have a video coming in the future about cowlicks and stuff like that and how to avoid that. But with that being said, man, hopefully this video helped you guys out. I know a lot of people have been looking for the waves. If you have any comments or questions below, make sure you leave them down below, because as I do the rest of the videos that I hinted towards, I always try to incorporate you guys' ideas and everything into them, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it's your boy J. Lou. I hope you guys enjoyed your day. Salute!
Come brush with me, ayy, do what I do. Lou is the name, I'm so off the chain. Torino is the brush, do wet wood grain. Brush a wave and have something. Brush a wave and have something. Brush a wave and have something. Brush a wave and have something.